Hello, guys. Hope we are all well. My name is CPA Aringo Frederick. I help accounting students by impacting knowledge to them as well as guiding them on their career path. Today's segment, I want us to talk about how to prepare for exams with a limited time available. The best strategy that we should or we can adopt with a minimum time available. That is what I want us to discuss today. This is in response to a question that majority have been asking Mwalimu, that now we have remained with exactly like 3 weeks or 1 month to exams. I've not been preparing, I've not been studying. So how best can I do this? As I've always said, exams preparation is strategy. When you're doing exams is also strategy. So all of these, they should always align together. During revision period and the date of exams or during the exam period, everything should align together. And this is what we have, or what Mwalimu would share with us. Given that you're remaining with only like 3 weeks to exams, what is the best way that you can prepare with the shortest time available? Number one, this is an area whereby we have to be very keen, yeah? Because if at all you don't have good strategy, then you'll find that you might end up not yielding the results of the strategy that Mwalimu is going to share. So at this point, you're assuming that given the semester was very short, majority of course, they have done like almost 3/4 of the syllabus, if at all not 100%, which is okay, very okay. So at this point, we have 3 sets of papers. We have theory, we have quantitative, and we have the statement papers. 3 sets. Looking at these 3 sets, you realize that number one, all of them, they'll share one common strategy. And in this case, I'll talk about the general perspective before we dig deep into now probably specific areas. So when you read about, say, like all these papers, for those who are doing CPA and even ATD or any other professional paper that Kasneb offers, number one is all about presentation. And what about presentation? Presentation is in a sense that the person who is marking this paper, this person is a human being. As much as he's a professional, this person could be having his or her own issues, yeah? So presentation will create a very good impression to the person who is having your paper. What do I mean? In this case, you have a question, maybe you've been asked to say compute NPV. Blah 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 blah. The story then required is required number one, compute or determine NPV. So in this case, you can't just start by working out. See, so the best way will always be, at least you've been asked of NPV. This is a point whereby you need to write the NPV formula. Show this person that you know what you're doing. Show this person that you're having a knowledge. Whereby NPV, I know very well, maybe I'll be required to have the present value of cash inflows I less the initial outlay. Already, that is an impression that we've created. And this, amongst other strategy, this will earn your mark. This will earn your mark compared to a person who has got a paper, a question, then you just start working it out. Where are these numbers coming from? What is the basis of these numbers? There should be a guide. So what Mwalimu is talking about here is all about making sure that your work is well presented. That will create a very good impression to the person who is having your paper. The other point, I know I've talked about this and I'm still going to talk about it. You see, when you ask of a question, this applies to the theory parts mostly, both fully theory and the theory that are in these computation papers. When you ask of a question, as I've always said, try as much as possible, yeah, to avoid giving your answers in paragraph. Try to avoid giving your answers in paragraph form. You know what you're doing in this case? You want the person who is marking your paper to try and look for the point that you want to bring across on your paragraph. Who has that time? Who has that time of trying to look at maybe a point that you're trying to put across in the paragraph, to be patient enough to go through all the paragraphs and to give you marks? Who has that time? And this person is marking so many papers. So what is the best way to avoid that? To avoid that, as much as you love paragraphs, the best way to do is to make sure that you're asked of a question. First of all, highlight the main point there. Advantages of maybe what? Advantages of technology in tax. Simplicity. That is a point that has come out very clearly. Simplicity. Now, whatever story that you want to give below simplicity, you work it out. You give us all the story that now you want to give us below simplicity. So long as at this point you find that the key point simplicity has come out very clearly. And that is what this person who is marking your paper wants. Because the moment you have simplicity, in my mind, I'll be like, this student knows what he or she is doing. Impression again. So the secret is about impressing the person who is marking your paper. Yeah, that is the main secret. Let the person who is marking your paper being impressed, and they'll be impressed by how you have presented your work. How you have presented your work. This person will be impressed with how you presented your work. So that is a very important. That is a very important secret that you guys should be having. Yeah. The other point would be, of course, there are these students who normally tend to use, and this is a time that they'll be making that mistake a lot, revision kits. Yes, you've heard me correctly, revision kits. I know it's not the first time that I'm saying this. I've been saying this all through. Revision kits, they are very good source, yes, but don't make revision kits be point of reference. You as a student, you're doing your personal revision, yeah. Maybe you get a question there, you try work it out, you get a challenge. After getting this challenge, your mind will tell you that you have solutions in your revision kits. So what you're going to do, without consulting your notes, you're going straight to the solutions that are being provided. Remember, these solutions and revision kits, they are always termed as what? Suggested solutions. It is not that these solutions are absolute. No, they are not absolute. That's why they are termed as what? Suggested solutions. So when you rush to the suggested solutions and try to be like, okay, I want to see what has been presented, you're making a very big mistake, my good students. The best way to do your revisions right now would be you go per chapter. You have probably a question that you're handling. You get a challenge. Don't rush to the solutions. Go to your notes. And in this case, you should be having very good notes and the notes that are updated. Go to your notes. Try check, this is what I've been asked, this is what has been presented in my notes. Try to get a solution out of your notes and not from the solutions that has been provided. You'd be saving yourself a lot, a lot, a lot. You know, the mistake with relying with the revision kits too much is a same question can be tested, and we know very well that these questions are always recycled anyway. The same question can be tested, but this time round with a very small twist. Because you are like, these questions are the same, and this is what you had used your revision kit to do your revisions, you'll be like, these things are very simple. Today, this examiner, Mungu ameniona, right? Wewe, hujaonekaniwa, kuna mtego kwa hiyo swali. So, in this case, you'll find that you might end up giving what you think is correct because this is what you studied in your revision kit, without knowing that there's a small twist and you didn't find it clearly. What will happen? Hapo unauma nje vibaya sana, right? So always make these revision kits to be point of comparison, not point of preference. You do your work. After you're done with your work and you've consulted your notes where you had challenges, now try to see what was presented on these revision kits. Again, you'll be saving yourself big time. See, so that is a strategy when you're doing, of course, these revisions. Then the other papers, I'll say like today, I'm just going to talk on a general perspective. The other papers we have, like the statement papers. These are the easiest papers that you can pass. What's the secret? The secret is for you to make sure you've mastered the formats right. You master the format. After mastering the format, make sure that you're good with all these direct entries. The moment you've perfected on the direct entries and you're good with the format, then it will be very easy for you to pass this paper. Because the enemy here is time in your exam situation. FR. FR, definitely you cannot do all the workings and maybe all the workings and all the questions within the 3 hours that you're given in that exams. So it requires strategy. And that's why I'm saying, like in this case, you be very good with the format. Have all the formats. After having all the formats, put all direct entries that you can see without considering the workings. Do the same with the rest. Then you tell Mwalimu the results. Then you tell Mwalimu the results were the same. The other key element, of course, at this point, which Mwalimu will also want to talk about, would be the aspect of how then do we prepare for this, given that it is 1 month. Like MDarasa, we normally tend to have revision sessions only. These revisions, how we normally tend to do this is our way, right? Revisions, we don't like go through everything in the syllabus. No, we don't do that. What we normally tend to do in our revisions, we take students through some basic concepts, which we know very well these are basics, and there's no time that you will never miss them in exams. So we take you through the basics. After you're done with the basics, of course, the experience that our team has, what we normally tend to do, we try to isolate concepts that we think might be tested. Mark my word. What do you say about what? Concepts that we think might be examined, not questions. Concepts that we think might be examined. So what we do in this area, we like go through these concepts. We've taken you through the basic, then we go through these main concepts that we think might be examined. So this is what will constitute our revision. We normally don't go through everything in the syllabus. No, that's not how we normally do our revisions. Basic plus the major concepts that we think might be examined, yeah? And a good thing is that you guys are witnesses, yeah? I won't go much into details on that. So at this point, I want to take this chance, yeah, to invite you guys to our revisions. With this 1 month that is remaining, you can make a lot of difference. I can tell you for sure. With this 1 month that is remaining, you can make a lot of difference. After this video, I'm going to attach a video on how you're going to be guided how to access our revisions. And these revisions are on our learning management system, where you can access these revisions at any given point in time, and they are ready, by the way. So immediately after this class, immediately after this session, I'm going to why am I saying class? Oh no, yeah, well, because we are classes, right? So immediately after this video, I'm going to attach that video where it will take you on a step by step on how you can access our model papers. And given that this month is only 1 month remaining, we have exclusive offers for you guys. Yeah, as I say, Black November ndio hapa sasa. For those who are willing to take revision with us, Black November offer, we're giving you these revisions at only 2,000 shillings. Revisions only, whereby you get the block model paper worked out, solutions in videos, you get summary notes. Of course, I'll also be talking about key element in relation to the notes. You get the summary notes in relation to specific areas of theories. Of course, you get instructor guide and maybe help when you're doing your revisions. For only how much? 2,000 shillings. There are those maybe who have not attended class at all, and they're going to do these exams. Or maybe you have attended the classes, but you feel like you still need more. At only 2,500 shillings, we give you access to coursework, whatever that we've done all through the semester, plus revisions now. With this 1 month that is remaining, you can literally go through these basic areas, because these classes you'll be having them at your own time and you can access them anytime. So 2,000 for revisions, 2,500 for coursework and revisions. These are opportunities that you cannot afford to miss. So make sure that you take that chance. As I'm concluding, this area that a lot of students normally tend to neglect a lot, the theory part. Theory part. A lot of students they normally tend to neglect the theory, but I can tell you for sure, theory is very key. It will always help us a lot when it comes to matters to do with scooping extra marks, because the moment you leave a theory area blank, or the moment you don't understand the theory, remember nowadays there's always that balance. Theory will constitute almost up to 30% or at times even 40%. So imagine if at all you're not good on theory, that is a disaster. And at the same time, for those who will be joining us for this remaining period, we have prepared very good summaried theory question and answers guide. This will boost our understanding, and this will boost and even making our revisions much quicker because of the limited time available. They will help you a lot. So this document is available. You can reach us out on a number indicated there, 0708 068 851. Reach us out and you're going to hold your hands within this period that has remained. So guys, thank you so much for keeping Mwalimu company. I wish you all the best as you prepare, and make sure you join Embarasa revision videos or revision classes. They'll help you a lot. That one, I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that these revisions will help you a lot. To that point, thank you so much and see you on the other side. Bye-bye.